This is the GoPro Media Mod, which is meant to accompany the GoPro Hero 8 Black and give you the ultimate GoPro vlogging rig. The GoPro Media Mod came out in January 2020, so we had to get our hands on it as GoPro vloggers because we do a lot of vlogging with the GoPro, so we had to see how this is going to turn out. So after 1 month of using the GoPro Media Mod along with the Hero 8 Black, we have some thoughts, and we're here to explain to you why you should or should not pick up this GoPro Media Mod.
So why is it that GoPro had to make this Media Mod for the Hero 8 redesign?
Well, the Hero 8 along with the Hero 7 does not have a mic jack built in. This is our former GoPro vlogging rig, which consists of the Hero 7 Black along with the mic adapter that you had to buy separately in order to get a microphone jack for the GoPro.
As you can see, this is a lot more self-contained and compact, and it is easier. And we often wondered while we're building these rigs, why doesn't GoPro actually solve all these needs that other companies are solving and making money? GoPro can be the one solving all the needs that you have as a vlogger building your rig, and therefore they can cash in. And this is exactly what they have done with the Media Mod. So when you think about it, the Media Mod, it combines a few things that you need. And one is a cage, which it wraps all around the GoPro, and it provides 2 shoes on the side. And it provides an external microphone which is high quality and it points in different directions. So that way you are able to get better sound. And in addition to the mic jack here, there also is the micro HDMI, which allows you to get the signal output somewhere else. And you can hook other devices to the GoPro while you're actually filming and possibly even streaming with it. And the last one is it gives you that mic jack. So you no longer need that mic adapter. So 3-in-1, you just buy the Media Mod and it solves those things, and it costs about $80. So the price is comparable to what you would pay if you were to put it all together yourself. So the Media Mod totally makes sense from this point of view, where you get everything all in one and it's easy to use and you just roll and it's not that much more expensive. That is really a strong case for it, and you get it straight from the vendor. You know it's going to work, you know it's compatible, and everything is taken care of. And in addition to that advantage, you get some more features inside the software once you connect the Media Mod, and you get to control the priority of the sound, whether you're shooting forward or backward or stereo, which is both ways. Now that is a new feature only enabled through the Media Mod. So those are strengths of it.
Another strength of the Media Mod is that it's a really nice and streamlined design, so that it really complements and fits the GoPro really nicely compared to these Ulanzi cages, which, you know, they're really functional, but they don't necessarily add to the overall design, and they put Ulanzi's branding up front. So this Media Mod just looks really nice and it complements the Hero 8. So for all of the good points about the Media Mod, there are some things that are not so great about it. The first con is that you can only use the Media Mod with the Hero 8 Black. You cannot use it with any previous models. Compare that to the original GoPro mic adapter, which you can use with any GoPro model out there.
The second thing that we find to be weak is that once you connect the Media Mod, you have to go actually in 2 places in the GoPro menus to control the settings. The first one is in the preferences, which you pull down from the top, and there you have to specify if you're using external mics. You have to say this is a powered mic, this one is not powered. If you get these settings wrong, it doesn't work at all. And the other thing is that the second setting, which is whether it's shooting forward priority or backward or both, it's in the preset menus. So you have 2 places you have to go tinker with instead of having all the audio settings all in one, which would be better for usability.
The third downside to using the GoPro Media Mod is that you have to take the GoPro out of the Media Mod if you want to access the battery or the memory card, because these slots are on like the far end of the Media Mod. So when you stick the camera inside of the Media Mod, you are covering them, and so you can't access them without taking the whole GoPro apart.
And that is because the jack which the Media Mod connects to is right next to the battery and the card. Therefore, with the way they just redesigned it, this was just done this time around, it's impossible to do it any other way. And if you have used the GoPro, you know you change batteries and memory cards all the time. And in addition to that usability flaw, there's also the one that these little legs here on the GoPro now are part of the body itself. And what happens when you insert it here and you may have connected it to a tripod, you then have extended the legs, connected the tripod, and you have to undo all that if you wanted to take it out, because otherwise it simply won't come out of the cage now. And this means that you have to undo your entire rig to change the battery.
Yeah, it's been really, really annoying. It takes a lot longer in case you have to take the battery out, change your memory card out, and again, those are things that you're going to do really constantly with this GoPro. So the fifth problem that we have with this Media Mod is that whenever you attach the Media Mod and the GoPro to a tripod using the official GoPro mount, then this screw is so flush to the actual Media Mod that if you tighten it too much, it's really hard to loosen it. And that actually brought up a really interesting point when we started to compare the different GoPro screws that come with the different cameras, is that you have screws of all different sizes and shapes, and you can't really use these short ones anymore because of the way that this Media Mod accepts the screw. Does that make sense?
Sort of. So yeah, you end up maybe even having to discard a lot of your previous GoPro mounts and screws that you were using because the GoPro Media Mod is now really, really tight in there.
It's not only tight, but it's also because of how long this Media Mod is, you really need a longer screw. So if you try to use a short one, then
don't do it.
You actually can't. Yeah, it actually gets stuck. So there's not quite enough space because of this Media Mod being where it is, and also because of where the Hero 8's feet come out. There's now just like not enough space to actually attach it to different mounts.
Yeah, and that compounds with the previous issue that you have to undo this every time when you're changing batteries. So then you're screwing and fiddling, and it becomes a real big hassle.
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah, overall the usability drops a lot once you start using the Media Mod, which is kind of defeating the purpose. The idea was that it becomes easier.
If you compare that to these Ulanzi cages, if you ever want to take this GoPro out, all you have to do is unplug it and then just pop it out from the back. So this is a lot faster compared to GoPro's way of doing that.
The last problem is that even if you really were sold on the Media Mod and wanted it, it's actually really hard to get. It's been constantly out of stock with really few numbers going out each tranche, and many people have not been able to get it. And so we barely got one to test it out, but ever since then almost nobody has been able to get one. So that too, there's a stock issue with it. And it is perhaps that you need the Media Mod to be able to enable the selfie screen. We suspect that's the case strongly. At that point, you have a problem if you want to get the selfie screen, because it means that you have to have gotten the Media Mod, which has been constantly sold out. So as a summary, we think the GoPro Media Mod is a very good idea because it combines all your needs in theory. However, the execution is that it introduces some problems.
So the Media Mod is really hard to get a hold of, and it also has some really big design issues that make it even more challenging to use the GoPro whenever you're trying to vlog with it. So is it actually worth it? And in my opinion, I would say for right now, it's not worth it. So we don't have the full vlogging rig that GoPro was originally promising us, so we don't know exactly how that's all going to play out. But based on what we've seen with the Media Mod and also that Light Mod that came out, which actually is not exclusive to the Hero 8, you can use that on any camera out there. I don't think that this rig so far has proven to be worth the wait.
However, if it all comes out eventually and it comes together, maybe simply for the flip screen, it will be a good thing to get the Media Mod. So I would personally hold off until the display mode is out, and if it indeed is required, then go for the Media Mod as well.
Quick word on the display mod is that one is also delayed. We were supposed to have been able to pre-order it by March, but I think given the worldwide epidemic, which we won't even talk about that, you know what we're talking about, that it's going to be delayed even further. So we really don't know when that display mod's going to come out. We don't know when this Media Mod would be back in stock. So yeah, there's just still a really big question mark, even for those of us that have pieces of it, what this final vlogging rig is going to look like. And another thing is that, this is the version 1 of the Media Mod, and typically we would not have gone for a version 1 because version 1s typically are lacking a lot of features, and if you wait for a version 2, usually they're a lot better.
The main reason we got it right away is because we are now reviewers. And as reviewers, it was a great idea to pick it up, play with it, and make up our mind and advise other consumers. However, as consumers, we probably wouldn't have jumped on V1. We almost never do actually when we buy our tech. While this is all going on, if you need an alternative with your GoPro Hero 8, what are your options?
If you need an alternate vlogging setup with the Hero 8, then you actually don't need to wait for GoPro's official accessories to come out. You can actually go to Ulanzi, which we've done many videos about our different Ulanzi setups for the Hero 7 Black as well as the Hero 8 Black. And Ulanzi has a bunch of different options. You can have a cage like this with room for the mic adapter, or you can just go with a regular cage to give you the cold shoe mounts. There's all kinds of options out there. But if you ultimately want a GoPro vlogging setup with an external microphone, which we highly recommend that you do because having an external microphone really gives you better control over your sound, which is very important if you're vlogging, then you're still going to have to pick up that mic adapter. And the mic adapter is available. It's, I think, $50, and it's not hard to get your hands on, so that's what we would recommend for the time being. Go out, get the mic adapter, and also get a corresponding cage for it, and build your GoPro Hero 8 vlogging rig from scratch.
All right, this has been Gemini Connect, bringing you honest, unscripted gear reviews. We'll see you next time.